Happy New Year, and thanks for tuning into this segment of 71 Magazine. I'm your host, John Bryenton, and we are joined once again by Sonya Dixon, who's a Communications and Public Relations Manager for OMU. Sonya, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, well, listen, it's the new year.
It is.
We all make resolutions, we all know that, and maybe the resolution may be to save money. It may even be to manage our time better, our money better. And you're coming in today to talk about some of those opportunities people can use to do with their utility bills.
Right. So you've probably been online looking for ways that you're going to exercise, that you're going to lose weight, that you're going to write more letters, spend more time with your family. But probably what we don't think about is how can we simplify just everyday things and everyday bills that we get. And, you know, we always talk about this, you know, you get your utility bill. We know nobody's pleased to go, oh, here's my utility bill, or here's any bill for that matter. But we'd like to talk to you about making it a little simpler when you want to go pay that, just, you know, to make the transaction, take care of that, but also maybe how to manage that bill a little bit. And all of those things are things that we start thinking about. January is a perfect time. That's when you're kind of planning your project list, you're thinking through your budget, that sort of thing. You know, we've talked a lot about the fact that OMU tries to meet you where you are when it comes to coming up with a payment option. And a couple of that are ones that I think are great for, especially if you're budgeting, are budget and levelized billing. And they differ slightly, and the best thing to do is talk to our customer service staff. But essentially what it does is it establishes what your bill is going to be for a certain period of time. It takes some averages, and then you true up at the end. One of those is a rolling average, and one of the budget billing is one that you would kind of true up at the beginning of the year and start again. And then the levelized is a rolling average. But that helps you know every month what that's going to be, and it helps you plan. It's not unlike, okay, I'm allotting this much for this or this much for that. And then you couple that with automatic withdrawal. And you pick the date that you want that done. So you know your bill's going to be $150 and it's always going to come out on this date. So you can plan for that. You know, we all get paid different times in the month, or maybe we get paid once, maybe we get paid 4 times, maybe we get paid twice. It all depends. But that helps you plan for that. It also lets you, since you're budget billing, you're able to look at, okay, what can I do to knock that down when it comes back around again? And there are lots of options there. You know, also as far as ease, you know, I don't know about you, but I don't always want to sit and write a check. A lot of people do, and we certainly accept them. But you know, but I want to take care of it when I want to take care of it. You know, we have where you can call in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and through our phone system make your payment. Just have your account number and your card that you're using, or however you're going to be paying for it, and go through that process. But my favorite is online, because that kind of brings everything together. It lets you know, you can take a really good look at your usage, compare it to the last 12 months. You can pay your bill, you can manage your account, you can see how you're comparing in general to your neighbors. It's a great tool, and what's really wonderful about that is you can do it all in one stop. And you can do it on your phone. I don't know about you, but I very rarely fire up a computer at home to do those sorts of things. I'm going to try to do it on my phone, and you're able to do that. You can do that if you just visit our website through your phone, or you can use our app. The app has exactly the same functionality as you do when you use our website. So there are lots of things that you can do. Obviously, still make payments through the night deposit. All of those things are still available to you, but kind of looking at those and what would work best for you. And what's great is our customer service staff can look at your account and say, okay, this is what your budget billing would be, this is what your levelized billing would be, this is how it would happen on X date, and all of those sorts of things. So they can actually help you tailor to what you need to do.
Well, I'll tell you, I have just recently started, probably about a year ago, of starting to pay things online. And I was very reluctant, and I'm sure there's some folks out there who are, but it's very simple. I don't necessarily do the auto pay, but at least I'm doing it online, and I'm telling you, it has saved me a tremendous amount of time, because I will sit down either once or twice a month and pay bills, and to write out all those checks and things of that nature, it's just too much.
And then you got to send them.
Yes.
And you're going through all of that. But and as a matter of fact, we have ours set up where it's automatically done. So if I'm out of town, or I'm just forgetful, I know that that's taken care of. And that happens. We all have very busy lives, and especially this time of year, we have a lot going on. So just having that taken care of, it's just one less thing.
Yes, I mean, it really is. And especially for folks, I think, who are on fixed incomes.
Yes.
They're only going to get so much a month, and they really have to strategically plan that. And, because you don't want them to have to decide, okay, I don't know what my electric bill is going to be, so I don't know how much food to buy this month or something like that.
Like I said, it's a bill that's necessary.
Right.
We obviously have to charge you for services as your municipal utility, it's a locally owned utility.
Right.
We only charge you what it costs to get it to you, that service to you, whether it be water or electricity.
Right.
But still, if there's a way that we can work that to make it less painful for
That's
you
right.
in some way, we'd like to be able to do that. And what's really great about the budget billing is it helps you to plan, especially
Right.
being able to plan the date for that. So I think that's always, it's very, very helpful.
Hey, something else I want to, maybe you can give us an update on the water plant.
Well, what's wonderful about the water plant is that we are on schedule and on budget.
Okay.
I keep saying that, but we're very
Hey,
proud
that's
of
good.
that.
That's good.
We hope to be up and running in 2021. Construction has gone well despite all of the rain that we've had. One of the things that we're most proud of is it's a very safe site, and the workers that are there, as well as our workers, we wanted the contractors and OMU. We're very pleased that they're working safely. It's going really well.
Good.
It's one of those things you can't see much of from the road
Right.
because most of it's underground, but it is absolutely amazing how quickly that's going. What's wonderful about the expansion of that plant, it'll be expanding from 10 million gallon capacity to 30 million gallons, is it will replace the older facility. That portion will replace the older facility, which is next to Davis County Middle School.
Right.
We call that Plant A. That's where we had the main breaks and some issues, and has been aging, and we knew that. But this just allows us to get away from that and to have some new transmission lines for the water and that sort of thing. So it's exciting. It's a lengthy process. It's been an expensive process. Anytime you take on a project of this magnitude, but I think the community understood that, certainly saw the need, and we're not unlike other utilities across the nation. A lot of that infrastructure was put in at the same time. There is a cost to replacing it, so you're always hesitant to do that because that's on the backs of your customer owners. So we tried to make that as painless as we could in the way we financed it and planned it and that sort of thing, and I think we've achieved that goal. But we're very excited. It's a very exciting time.
Yeah, and I think now this, with all these updates that you've done, this will take us way into the future.
Oh yes, it will. And what's wonderful, these are in trains, and essentially imagine you have one treatment system, and one treatment system. So when you're doing maintenance, you take one down, you run the other two. You have an issue where you want to work on one for some reason, you can do that. But if you have growth, you can adapt to that, or if you go over what you typically put into the system or you need, you can do that.
Right.
So we were really glad to partner with the water districts to do that, because we do serve all of Davis County and into a little bit of other counties through the districts, through our partnership with them. No, I think this is all good news. A state-of-the-art plant. I think it's just another solid project going on in our community.
It is. Hey, listen, let's talk about the Community Cares program. It's a wonderful, we talk about this every show, but that's okay, because I think it's a wonderful program that the needs are year-round.
Once again, we go back to that utility bill, and it's something else that people are having to balance. And the Community Cares program, we work with the Salvation Army. We make an annual contribution on behalf of OMU, but we also accept donations from the community, because we know people have wanted to help so many times. And what's great about that is it helps offset those costs. A lot of people are balancing a lot of costs and a lot of things, and their incomes are not matching up, and they're struggling, and we've all been there at some point in our lives. And so this is a real opportunity, and what's great is you can add it to your bill.
Right.
You can round it up $1, you can round it up $5, you can make a one-time gift, you can handle that in any way that you want to. And it really helps those in our community that are struggling.
Well, I'll tell you, it's wonderful that OMU, who is an electric company and a water company, but is a program to help people pay for their utility bills if they get behind.
Well, exactly, and we're a not-for-profit.
Right.
I want to make that clear. We talked earlier about it only passing through the cost that it actually costs us to provide that service to you. So we are in the business of helping you, and we are in the business of helping you use your utilities wisely, and in helping our communities. So any way that we can do that, we really do try to do that.
Okay, let's share with our viewers all the many different ways that OMU is out there, how people can reach out to you.
Well, we're a local number, we're a local company. You're calling us, you're not calling another state, you're calling just down the street most of the
That's
time.
right, yeah.
So 270-926-3200, open during office hours, obviously afterward for emergencies and that sort sort of thing.
Right.
I want you to visit our website at omu.org. It talks a lot about these billing options that we've mentioned, but also some energy efficiency and some things that you can start building into your budget for next year so you can watch that budget billing go down.
Right.
There's a section in there for renters and for homeowners. So I hope that people will take advantage and look at that. You know, we're on Facebook. We have a lot of information out there, and Twitter. One of my favorite channels to reach our customers is through our texting option, because you know if you're getting a text from OMU, it's something you need to know, and it's a little more immediate. You're not having to go to Facebook to look, or to our website, or to Twitter for that matter. But that's a great opportunity to find out about what's going on, not just crisis communication, but if there's anything that we need to tell you, are there streets going to be closed, are we working in a particular area, things like that. We can find out that there.
Well, and what's really good about that, Sonya, is you don't bombard my text.
We're very judicious.
You are, and let me tell you what, I get a lot of different texts from different businesses where I've signed up for things and so forth, but I don't get a lot from OMU. But so when I do get one, I always read it, and it's very pertinent.
Right, and we do a lot of those because, you know, we talked about, you know, when there's an outage, whether it's in your neighborhood or otherwise, you want to know. It could be your parents live in that area, you're going to be doing business in that area, your kids are going to school there.
That's right.
So to have that information, even if it's not your home, is so helpful.
It is.
And I think it's just a great way to get that information out.
It is. Well, listen, Sonya, thank you so much for all the great information you provided.
You're welcome.
And listen, thank you for joining us. And again, if you need to get a hold of OMU, it's 270-926-3200, or go to omu.org. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you right back here next month.